Bobby, are you in earshot? Can you hear the guitar? You might need to turn the guitar, huh? Okay, can you turn the mic up from a guitar? Guitar. Okay. That's what I'm saying there. Yeah, the guitar stays there.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's so wonderful to see all of you here this beautiful Shabbat evening featuring our first graders. So we want to wish you all a Shabbat Shalom and welcome. And we are looking forward to an uplifting and fun and joyful service. Thanks in part to many of these young friends who are here. So speaking of our first graders, we'd like to invite all of them to come on up and help start the service with us. You guys want to stand here on this stair right here? We hope you'll join along with our first graders in singing Hine Matov, how good it is for all of us to be gathered here together.
How sweet it is to be together on this day. Yea, Mato, Umanai, Shevelachim Gam Yachad. Yea, Mato, Umanai, Shevelachim Gam Yachad.
First graders, stay right there. We're going to keep on singing together with what I know is one of your favorites because we've sung it together in Sunday school, David Melech Yisrael.
It's yours too.
It's my favorite too, yep.
And it's going to be yours in about 30 seconds. So what I like to do is I like to sing the directions because I know we're dusting off some old music, sheet music for this. So we're going to sing them in the instructions and then go right into David Melech. Hands up, hands up. Slap, slap, clap, clap. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Bonk, 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 bonk. Toodly-doo, toodly-doo. Slap, slap, clap, clap. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. doodly-doo, on your own. David, Melech Yisrael, Hai V'Kayam. David 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 Melech Yisrael, Hai V'Kayam. And the T-Rex was angry because it had short arms. Slap or clap. Good job. Okay.
Nice job, first grade.
Have a seat. We'll call you back up in a little bit.
In order to invite light and hope and warmth already. We've got a lot of it already here in the room, but more literally perhaps with our Shabbat candles, we'll invite Pam and Ira Shear to join us up here to light our Shabbat candles for us. Thank you, Pam and Ira. So I want to wish you again a Shabbat Shalom, a welcome and welcome back. So we got a little silly already for David Melech, and I'd like to invite us to do that again if you would like. So I'd like for you to find someone near you. It can be someone next to you or someone nearby, but find somebody. Does everybody have somebody? Great. So don't look at them. Don't look at them right now. But what we're going to do is I want you to think of a silly face. Think of a silly face. And on the count of 3, you're going to look at the person you've chosen with the silliest face you can think of, and you're going to see who you can make laugh first, okay? Just pick a silly... Some people are already getting a head start on this, or maybe it's not comfortable. That's okay. We're going to do our best. If you don't want to participate, this is totally voluntary. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go! We're gonna knock you to break. Okay, think of another face. Give it another try. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so I want to ask you whether you participated or chose not to. Either way, give me a thumbs up for yes, a kind of for maybe, or a thumbs down for no. Do you feel happier, even just a little bit, after doing that? Okay, I'm seeing some thumbs up, some maybe, sort ofs. Okay, great. That's really good to hear. And even if not so much, that's okay too. So why am I making you do this? First of all, no more funny faces, unless you really want to do them. Well, this weekend, we are ushering in a new Hebrew month, the month of Adar. And Adar may seem familiar to you because it is the month of the holiday Purim. But you may be thinking, wait a second, the Purim spiel is not until the end of March. That's a long time to have a Hebrew month. Well, the thing is we actually have 2 months of Adar this year. We have an additional month, and one of the reasons is so that we don't get too far off of our calendar. There's a whole mathematical reason that we won't get into, and I don't fully understand myself.
Leap Adar?
Yes, it's Leap Adar. Yeah, it's second Adar. Yes, in the same way perhaps that we have February 29th this year. Exactly. So during the month of Adar, the rabbis encourage us to be happy, to be extra joyful, culminating in Purim. And this year we have 2 months of that, so we have double of that. And what I want to say about that is that doesn't mean necessarily to cancel out any other things we might be feeling, whether it's our own personal circumstances or what's going on in the world. Rather, that the month of Adar can remind us that there are things, and maybe even more importantly, people all around us who can bring us joy, who can bring us happiness, and we can always share a smile, and that can lift us up. So it's not about artificially creating more happiness, but perhaps being more attuned to that potential around us, both to receive that joy and also to give that joy. And perhaps then, like any muscle that we work, that can help us naturally bring even more happiness into our lives. And maybe that happiness also includes that vulnerability and that closeness to be there for each other when things are difficult. So with that, I want to say again, Shabbat Shalom. You don't have to make a funny face, but would love for you to turn to someone near you, say Shabbat Shalom. If you see someone new, to say welcome, introduce yourselves, to meet each other again as a community. We're going to continue together in singing Lecha Dodi as we welcome the Sabbath bride. Please sing with us.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekabla, Nekabla. Dodi, Likrat Kala, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Nekabla, Nekabla, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.
We're going to invite our first grade friends to please come on back up here to the bima, and if you are able to please rise as we sing Am I Awake, Baruch Hu together. Hi, everybody.
Here we go.
First grade, you can take a seat. You can sit on the beamer, or you can rejoin your families, whatever works for you. I'd like to invite you to join me on the screens here for this responsive reading for Shabbat. There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to take, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation. There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and our goal is a better world. So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace. May we fully embrace Shabbat in all of its ways for these next 24 hours. Speaking of appreciation of nature, we'll continue with Ma'ariv Aravim, this English reading in honor of that prayer as we recognize the bringing on of evening and the beauty of nature. So please join me. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Amen. All right, first graders, you've been very patient. You're welcome to come back up if you are not here yet, and we'll invite you again to please rise for Shema, our unifying prayer of the godliness in each of us.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Thank you. You may be seated. First graders, you can rejoin your families. We'll continue with singing Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'elem asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha, vidibarta bam, bishivtecha beveitecha, uvlechtecha vaderech, uvshochbecha, uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, vehayula totafot bein einecha, uchtavtam, al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Liot lachem le'Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem. You're welcome to join me in this introductory reading for Nichamocha. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there's a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. So before we begin Micha Mocha, we want to take an opportunity to hear what you are thankful for on this Shabbat. I see Nachi's already got one. Let me see, is this working? Oh, this is really working.
I'm thankful for my friends and my family. Sugar rush. Being Jewish.
That my Machatenesa has come here to New Albany and is happy. I am so glad for that.
My mother came on Sunday and she really likes where she is. And she's can't wait to see her soon.
We have 10 weeks until the wedding.
We're gonna meet soon.
I'm thankful for my coworker that's covering my shift so I can be here right now.
I'm thankful for dino bones. I'm thankful for food. My family.
Okay, I'm gonna come around this way.
I am thankful to have my son home from leave for at least a few more days before he goes back. I feel lucky to have my son and his girlfriend here with me tonight.
Anyone else? So we got a
I am thankful for family. Family.
family's a good one.
Earth and God. Water, family, food.
Wow, amazing. We got one more. We got one more.
I just got my environmental health specialist license.
Yes, that's right.
So many good things to be grateful for. I see one in the back. Shout it out.
I have one.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I have one. I got the okay right before Tefillah services tonight that it's okay that I can post on Facebook that I'm going to be a grandpa.
Yay, Mazel Tov! B'Shah Tova, so exciting. So happy for Hannah and Ben and for you and for the whole family. So many wonderful things to be grateful for. With that, I don't think we can top that. So we're going to head right into Micha Mocha. Please join us. We'll invite you, if you are able, to please rise as we continue with Adonai Sifatai, continuing into our Amidah prayers. Adonai Sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'anora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Akol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shmo ve'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah le'hoshia, Mekachel chayim b'chesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayen enunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha b'gevurot, Umidom elach, Melech memid umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lahayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yehallelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You may be seated, and we'll take a few moments of silent prayer. If you have a prayer book, you can use pages 54 to 60, whatever may be in your own heart this evening. Say shalom, shalom b'romah, uyaseh shalom aleinu, be'Yaakov Yisrael, be'imru amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom b'romah, As we welcome this new month of Adar, this month of joy, we can also recall that on Purim, it's also tradition to give what's called mishloach manot, or gifts to the needy. So even in our joy and even in our happiness, we always are still thinking about those who are in need, those who we can still reach out to with our support and our love. And so similarly, we're now turning to our Misha Beirach prayer and thinking of all those who may be in need of extra love and support from us. We're first recalling those, thinking of those in our community, especially in need of healing. We're thinking of Jonathan Adler, Nancy Ashley, Lori Barr, Sarah Bates, Margie Block, John Bratta, Antony Castillo, Ann Clark, Bruce Cohen, Mia Cooley, Ella Dubrow. We're thinking of Sam Edelman, Marilyn Friedman, Alan Goldberg, Carolyn Goldmark, Beth Jasolowitz, Dan Lang, Minna Melton, Phyllis Miles. We're thinking of Lisa Pena, Jeremy Phelan, Ian Phillips, Rashi Prestowski, Stanley Radin, Jessica Rathkopf, Steve Rubenstein, Rolf Sauer, Ron Solomon, Sandy Wiley, Ozzy Zimmer, and Shelley Zimmerman, as well as anyone else who you would like to name or just think of in this moment. For each of them and for anyone in need of healing, of support, of comfort, we'll sing Misha Berach together. We'll continue singing together with Bayom Hahu. On that day, a day not too far off, God's name shall be one.
Yeah.
I invite you, if you are able, to please rise as we approach Kaddish Yatom, Mourner's Kaddish. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. We'll first recall those whom we are recalling from and who we have lost in these last 30 days in observing Shloshim. We remember Leonard Gutter, Sophia Kahn, Richard Headley, and Steve Harris. We're also recalling those whom we lost at this season in years past in our observing Yahrzeit. We remember Molly Blank, Sandria Chait, Max Frank Chait, Jennifer Cohen, Marcia Dolan, Jerome Julius Freundlich, Adelaide Goldenberg, Ken Goldman, Rachel Goldman Mosley, Clarence Charles Jr. Griffith, Lee Kent, Murray Kessler, Mildred Lorber, Armand Dale Mears, Jean Celia Polacek, Linda Portugal, Joseph Reguero, Frank Shear, Edith Shapiro Brody, Sarah Schusterman Snyder Nelson Gelb, Doris Stamen, Florence Sussner, Irene Telford, Missy Weiler, Joshua Weisel, and Janet Yalen, and Marion Zulliger. If there's someone else whom you're remembering or a name whose pronunciation you'd like to correct, you're welcome to do so at this time. For each of them and for all those who have no one left to say Kaddish for them, we'll recite together page 294 or on our screens. Yit Gadal ve'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mivarach Le'olam Ulamei Almaya. Yit Barach V'yishtabach V'yit Pa'ar V'yit Ramam V'yit Naseh. V'yit Hadar V'yit Aleh V'yit Halal Shemei Dekudesha Barichu. Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata. Tushbechata V'nechamata. Da'amiran Be'alma V'imru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha, may each of their memories always be for a blessing. Amen. You may be seated, and I'm happy to invite up Josh Zeidman to share some announcements with us.
Shabbat Shalom. Just a few announcements that I'm going to attempt to read on my phone here. Both of the adult education classes continue this week. American Jewish History on Sunday and topics on Holocaust studies on Tuesday. We welcome back Rabbi Benji as he leads this month Juicy Jewish Tacos on Tuesday, February 20th, 11 a.m., and he'll discuss his recent trip to Israel. And lastly, this month's Fourth Friday dinner will be at Hudson 29 on February 23rd. You can RSV via ShoalCloud or let Becca know. And as always, visit ShoalCloud to check the latest weekly window and register for any upcoming programming. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Josh. And I just want to mention that Rabbi Benji is going to be sharing his experiences from his trip to Israel in multiple different ways, I believe on a Friday night coming up as well. So really hope that you can make that juicy Jewish topics class. But if you can't, it's not the only time that he's going to be sharing his experiences. And I will also be going to Israel next week. So I'm very excited on an educator's trip. So we're both going to have... Thank you. So we're both going to have very different but very meaningful experiences to share about with all of you. We're now going to continue. Actually, let's do our closing song first. So we'd like to invite up our first graders to come on up one more time as we sing. What better thing for our young friends to sing Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish people continue to live and endure and have joy. That is so affirming with all of our young friends joining us tonight. Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai.
Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu. Israel, Am Israel, Am Israel. Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai.
I'd like to invite up Michael Goldman to do Kiddush for me because I really don't want to. And it's going to be the last time in a couple weeks that I get to ask someone else to do Kiddush. Thanks, Michael. You're very... Let's all join together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen l'chaim. We'd like to invite any other kids to come up here and join us. And before we do, really quick, before we do Motzi, I'd like to thank Pam and Ira Shear for the wonderful oneg that is waiting for us downstairs. So thank you so much. Anyone else want first dibs on this challah? Everyone else here does. Okay, so let's all get one hand on it and we'll sing. It is challah. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is sung. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom.
I love you.
That concludes our service. Shabbat Shalom. Please join us downstairs for Oneg.